Hi, welcome to the wonderful world of Warren. My name is Jason Warren, and today we're going to be doing a Bob Ross painting. We're actually going to start with Season 1, Episode 1, and we're going to take a journey and try to paint all 403 episodes of Bob Ross. We figured it up, it should take us about 8 years, so strap in, it's going to be a long ride. But one thing I do hope to accomplish by this, three things. One, that we put together a show that you enjoy. Two, that after this is over, I still enjoy painting. And three, by the time I've done 403 paintings, I should be a master at this Bob Rossin, right? So, we're going to get started. First thing we're going to do is we are going to put magic white or liquid white all over our board, because what Bob Ross does is a wet on wet painting style, and that allows us to move the paint all over. And we're going to be watching Bob in the background as well, because he's going to be telling me what to do. By the way, I am in no way trying to teach anybody how to do this. I'm just hoping to show people that how easy it is to learn from Bob to do this. So hopefully I won't be horrible at it. So let's go ahead and apply the liquid white. Liquid white comes in a little can, or magic white, he's called it both on his show. You can get it through Bob Ross, or you can get it at your local, craft place. And what we're going to do is we're just going to apply a very, very thin coat. Now, apparently we're going to drip it everywhere as well. We're going to try to apply a very thin coat to the entire board. And I'm just, like Bob Ross teaches, just crisscrossing this in, and then we'll go over it and over it and over again a couple times to make it good and wet. So there we go, and then we're going to clean our brush. I'm using odorless paint thinner. That way I don't kill myself. And just beat the devil out of it. All right. We're going to get our almighty palette. What we're painting with today is titanium white, phthalo green, Prussian blue, Van Dyke brown, alizarin crimson, and sap green, cadmium yellow. And this is supposed to be permanent red, but it's just a little bit more, what's it called? Crimson, because I couldn't find permanent red today. So we'll just mix it with a little white if we need it brighter. We've got our 2-inch Bob Ross brush, and we're going to start Bob Ross in the background, and we're going to get this. So we're going to, little crisscross strokes, little X strokes as he likes to call them. And he's got some Prussian blue already up in there. Bob Ross moves fast, so we will be pausing him as needed. Nice little sky we got going here. I don't think I'm done, Bob. I'm still working on my nice little sky. Alright, we're going to pause Bob, because I'm still working over here on this sky. He's already working on some trees. He's fast now, I tell you. Alright, here's what's great about this is if you see anything you don't like, you can just literally make it go away. Just by brushing it in a little bit more. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. We're going to speed things up here because Bob is really fast at painting and I am not. So, here we are. We've got a little bit of Prussian blue and some Lindsay crimson and on our brush, and we're going to put in pretty much the basic trees here. So we're just pushing in the canvas, and all we're doing is we're just putting paint into our bristles, and we are just literally tapping the board or tapping the canvas and pushing up, and all of these little leaves come out. And again, these are is going to be the kind of the shadow of the other colors we put on the trees. Now, if you watch me, you'll notice that sometimes I get a little aggravated because Bob goes so fast. Of course, he's been doing it for years, and he's really good at it. And I'm just now trying to learn how to do it. I've done a couple of Bob Ross paintings before. And that's when I decided we're gonna do all 403 paintings, and I'm kind of excited about this. So what we've done is we've done the outline of the trees. Now we're going to take some Van Dyke brown, and we're going to take our palette knife, and we're going to just flatten out the Van Dyke brown, put just a little roll on the edge of our knife, and we're just going to set it in there as our trunk, and then we're going to put some limbs on there, something to hold up the leaves. They don't just magically float. That would be cool, but they don't. So here we go. We're just putting in the leaves, the Van Dyke brown. Or we're putting in the stems. No, what are they called? Limbs. I knew I'd come up with it in a minute. So we're putting those in, and put the trunks and the, Bob goes so fast with this. It's amazing to watch him work. And you look at it now, you look like, oh, you just got like purple splatters on your board. And you look over at his, and he's got like actual trees. So what we're doing is we're taking some titanium white, and again, just putting a little roll on our little knife. And we're going to highlight the sides of the branches and trunks, with the side that the light's shining in on. It just kind of gives them a little bit of, a little bit of depth, a little bit of, what's it called, where you got texture. That's what it gives them. Gives them some texture. Yay, texture. So we got our texture going here, and we got a little, put them all on there. And, I've not done a lot of art in my life. I took an art class when I was in high school. I think I made a C. So really anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Now, you're not going to look like, yours isn't going to look like Bob's. I mean, unless you just know what you're doing. But you can get close. And you paint these and you have a good time doing it. It's really relaxing. Unless you don't have a pause button and then you start getting aggravated at Bob. So what we're doing now is we just mix some yellow and some green. We got a little 2-inch brush there. We might have our 1-inch brush. On the top end we have the yellow, and bottom half we have green. And we're just pushing in the leaves. They just come right out of the brush. And the yellow's kind of on the outside where the sun's shining on it, and the green's kind of on the inside where it kind of gives it a little shadow and a little bit of depth there. You're going to hear the word depth a lot. He talks about depth and perceiving how far something is. Of course, he talks about making sure you put your lighter stuff towards the light source. And that's what we're doing, and we're just pushing that in there. And we're not even hitting the board really hard. We're not, it's not like we're pounding. And when I first started doing this, I'd get it there and I'd be like, pow, 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 like he would, but he just hits that board like crazy. And I'd just be mixing mud, as he says. And you're going to see that here in a little bit, and you're going to see me get a little aggravated with it. So right now we're just taking the yellow and green, and we're just kind of pushing it into the bushes at the bottom. And making little bushes. This is a lot of fun. If you've never painted before, I say go get some cheap paint, cheap oil paint, get a cheap canvas, and watch a Bob Ross video. It's soothing and it's fun, and even if yours doesn't come out looking like his, because mine never do, you're still gonna have a good time. Even my wife painted one, and we have it hanging in our house. I mean, she did a really good job, and so she's very proud of it, and I'm proud of her for doing it. Like it was a beautiful painting. And so now you see where I got a little upset because I felt like I was just mixing mud, so I added some red crimson to some of that those bushes there, and now we're gonna put a little a path. So this is just Van Dyke brown on our palette knife, and we're just kind of pushing the brown in there, and we're making it, kind of like, it's not a straight path. Who walks straight in the woods? You take your turns and your curves, and get some titanium white, and we're just letting it break over so that it looks like the sun's just kind of shimmering off some of the rocks and some of the path. And it just gives it texture, it gives it depth. And so now we're taking our brush again, and we're going to put a little bit more, some bushes. I don't want to say over the path, but we're going to put it kind of like, some on the path. And you just see me I'm just mixing colors, don't know what I'm doing. But I'm excited. And so we're going to put a little bit more puke green on there. And it doesn't really look puke green. It's a greenish yellow. Yeah, see, when I go to the other side of the board and start just pop, 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 you can tell I get a little frustrated. And we're gonna, there we go, make some more bushes. Yeah. What does Bob always say? We don't make mistakes. We just have happy accidents. And, yeah, I'm like, slow down, Bob. You're going too fast. I had to back him up there. So now we're gonna put in some land, and because all this grass and bushes and trees, they can't just be floating in the sky. They gotta be grounded to something, right? So here we're gonna put in some. Oh, and by the way, I've used to paint on 16 by 20 canvases, and so since we've started this series, I moved up to 18 by 24 canvases, which are a little bit bigger. So I'm running out of Van Dyke brown, if you can't tell. That's why I'm starting to mix it with other colors to try to preserve a little bit of my brown. And so that's why we got kind of a mud brown there for the rocks. And I gotta pause Bob. He's just so fast, man. I mean, he gets things going. So, alright, we're trying to mix some brown, trying to keep it alive here, and we're gonna we're just gonna push it in there. Push it into the canvas. We're gonna keep it sloping down. We're gonna slope it down so that it looks like it's, going somewhere, I guess. There we go. Man, that's looking good. Really just looks like streaks of brown on there. But Bob does stuff and I'm like, Bob, you're just making a mess. And then it pulls back and you're like, oh no, it's a beautiful mountain. So you got to keep going. You got to trust the process. That's what I tell people when they start trying to paint Bob Ross. You can't get frustrated in the middle of it. You gotta trust the process because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Now we're gonna take some titanium white and just kind of break it over, just barely touching the canvas. And we're just trying to get that white to break. I'm adding some liquid white to it because thin paint sticks to thick paint. There we go. Now we're just going to get some of that white and we're just going to break it over there. Just kind of give it a little shimmer there. And those rocks go one way and those rocks go the other way. That's what it's supposed to look like. I know because I painted it. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm going to tell you guys, if y'all have never done this, definitely do it. At least once. So here we are. Again, I'm running out of white because I've mixed most of it with the brown. There we go. We're going to get some white. We're going to make this happen. There we go. Look at there. Those rocks have ridges. Now we're going to take some blue, some Prussian blue on our 2-inch brush, and we're just going to pull straight down. We're going to make a little... Bob called it a puddle, but who has a path that just leads to a puddle in the middle of the woods? So I'm calling it a pond. So we're just going to take the blue, and we're going to pull straight down and make us a little pond. Now, if you get some of the brown in there and it pulls down and you're like, oh, there's brown in my water, that's fine. We're going to make that a reflection. Look at there. Just go side to side, very lightly, very, very lightly, not hard at all. And oh, look at that. Reflections in the water. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Man, and that's the wet on wet technique that Bob uses that makes that so easy and so awesome. So far it's looking good. I gotta say, if we stopped right now, I'd be proud of that painting, but we're gonna muck it up some more. So stay tuned. Now we're taking some titanium white, and we're putting it on our brush, and we're just gonna pull straight down like we did with the blue, and then we're just gonna just like that. And that's going to cause a little bit more reflections for us. Oh, look at that. Man, that's just... Even I'm impressed. Okay, so we're going to make a little rock here in the middle of the pond. See, we're going to make a little cove right there. That looks good. Put a little titanium white on it. Man, whoever thought to do that was brilliant. Good job, Bob. Because Bob thought of that. We didn't. So, all right. Now what we're doing is we're taking some we're actually liquid white with some titanium white, and we are just a little roll of it on the edge of and we're just going along the edges of the rock, giving the water a breaking point. Like a little bit of, we're even going to go out in the middle right there. Oh, look at there. A little fish must have jumped and caused a little ripple in the water. Did y'all see that? Man, I'm telling you, watch enough Bob Ross, you start talking about fish in the water and deer over there by that tree. Yeah, there's 2 of them over there. You can't see them because it's way back there. But now we're going to add some sticks and just kind of cut the canvas there. Don't really cut the canvas. That would be not smart. But we just kind of cut little things into the canvas there, and now we're going to add some more. We're going to add some more bushes to kind of give the rocks a little bit of depth as well. And we're just getting getting mucked up there, pushing mud. Making mud. Anyway, yeah, that's me getting frustrated. You can see it. Now I'm like, we gotta fix this. Too much. But that's alright. You know what? Nothing we do, maybe my world has mucked up bushes. You don't know. So here we go. We're gonna try to fix our trail a little bit. That's all right. Yeah. So Bob says it's time to sign it. Well, we're gonna sign it, and here we go. Nope, I was wrong. We're gonna make another tree, and I'm all out of brown, people. Boy, I'm just mixing every color I can. We're going to make brown. Nope, we're not making brown. All right, we're going to make this blue-gray. I don't know what this is, but if Bob's putting another tree in, so are we. Oh, Bob just can't leave well enough alone. So there's my limbs. That's a really big limb. All right. Let's get some leaves on this, and pretty much the only color we've got left is this blue-gray. I don't know what it is. I just start tapping the brush on every color. Let's put some red in it. This thing needs some red leaves. Oh, that's just not quite the beautiful color we were looking for. But you know what? It turns out to be just the right color for that tree. Who knew that tree needed to be that color? Because in nature, there's all kinds of colors. There's beautiful colors and ugly colors, and even the ugly colors look good sometimes. It's kind of like people. No matter if you're beautiful or ugly, we're all part of this beautiful world. That sounds like something Bob would say, doesn't it? Oh. We're going to sign this bad boy. He says twirl it and just shoot. And it should be like writing with an ink pen. So we'll see about that. There you go. All right, here's our finished product. I think it looks good. I'm fairly proud of it. So here's a Bob Ross painting, season 1, episode 1. If you'd like to purchase this, because Bob says we can sell our paintings if we want. So if you'd like to purchase this, go to coolbeanscoolstore.com, and you'll be able to go to a link to our eBay store, and you'll find this up for auction for the next 5 days. Feel free to purchase it. That'll help us get more supplies and more paint to do another 402 episodes. So, all right, well, thanks for being a part of this, guys. I've really had a good time. I love painting. I hope you enjoy watching me paint. Maybe I'll get better at it. Maybe I'll get funnier. Maybe I'll get more serious. I don't know. But whichever way, we're going to have a lot of fun. And thanks for coming. Be sure to watch for more videos from the wonderful world of Warren, and we will see you guys soon. God bless you. Bang, bing, bong. Brought to you by Cool Beans Reselling Collectibles.
Cool Beans, cool store.com.